feel like we always start these videos stuck kind of in a tree. It's like tradition, right? So we're doing it again now. This is my shell. Da-ring. Imagine there was like a magical noise there. I could have just added one. Okay. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Annalie and I'll be your Sims player for today. You are watching a build challenge video called the Colouring Book Challenge, which I think was created by Sid Mack. I first saw Nora of Just Nora Gaming playing it. The shell isn't really part of it, so I just built the shell off camera, saved my PC a little bit of lagging, and also this footage is like 4.5 hours long, so I'm gonna edit it, but like I thought I would spare you just like a tiny bit of my rambling. It would have been like another probably hour because I'm really slow. So yeah, we're looking at the the shell, and yeah, my throat is funny. I've been at a wedding, I've been singing, I've been chatting to people, and I have lost a little bit of my voice, but I'm going to try my best to push through because I'm really excited to share this with you. So, the Colouring Book Challenge, what is it? Well, what you do is you take a shell like this one and you use only the white colour filter on your build by items. You complete the whole shell in just monochrome, just white mostly, some tiny touches of colour sometimes on the swatches. So you're faced with this white house, and then you use the, the little swatch tool at the top. It's like the third tool along. You use that to then reselect all the swatches and make them colourful, veering as away from the white as you can. So I hope that makes sense. It will definitely make sense as you're watching me do it. And like, I had so much fun doing this. I actually did another one that I recorded and lost the footage for. Pretty standard, Annalie. After this one, but this was my first one, and it is the most fun I've had doing a build challenge. So I fully recommend that if you've been in a bit of a slump, you do so. So this is my downstairs bit. So we've got sunroom off the side there. We've got that would be the bathroom, I think, and then I've got a living room up front there. Yeah, a little fireplace or chimney off it, living room. This is going to be a porch. I'm going to like cut that out, and then hallway in the L-shaped room there. And then up top we're going to have another bathroom, a family bathroom, maybe an ensuite, maybe not. We're definitely going to have a family bathroom and 3 bedrooms. So we are obviously getting started. I'm about to turn on the colour filter if I can find it. So yep, here we go. So as you can see, all the build tools have disappeared. I am going to allow myself some leeway to do some of the landscaping because there are no terrain paints in the white swatch, and that's not exactly realistic. I do like to have a little bit of terrain done, but I'll keep it minimal and just kind of do a path, etc. I'll figure it out, but yeah, I make my own rules here. So let's place these stairs. It's so weird looking at everything because like I use a lot of horse ranch stuff when I build because I really like the wood tones. I find them really realistic looking, and there's a lot of variety, but it's weird not to be able to see like the different tones and to remember what the stairs look like when they're not white. So look at this little gap I've got in the roof there. That's going to be like a balcony off one of the bedrooms for sure. And I know that you can do oops, I know that you can do this with like the control and the wall tool, but I really like to smash. But don't you love this tool? I love this tool. Like even when we're doing our own home renovations, I really love to use like the destructor. What's it called again? Mallet? Is it a mallet? A sledgehammer. I love the sledgehammer. The mallet's pretty cool too. I don't like the hammer as much. It's like you need more skill with a hammer. And you have to be like precise, but with a sledgehammer you can just kind of like, you're swinging about a bit. So yeah, it's just such a weird thing, isn't it, to look at all the build by and it's all white. You guys, I mean, I don't know how much of this I'm going to voice over because it's like I said, it's 4.5 hours and I've got a sore throat, but also I can jibber jabber. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just chat the whole time. I think what I will do is when we get to some bits of it, like fast forward, like I could fast forward this bit, couldn't I? But we're getting started. I feel like I have to ease you into like the thing. If you use shift, by the way, and select a roof, So see how I'm going to pull this out now, and it's going to pull out both sides. If you hold down the shift key, you can pull out like the little extender bit on just one side of your roof. So that's how I did that, and yeah, it meant that I could extend that over the pillar on one side, but not lose any of the balcony on the other side, or have any overhang into the balcony. So let's see, some little steps. Do you know, the stairs really annoy me in The Sims. I wish they would go. Why don't they go diagonal? Like, I don't understand what the game limitation is there. Like, everything else goes diagonal. Even the roofs can be diagonal. Like, what is the thing? What is it? Just in case you didn't know, you can get around it by using the platform tool. So you can progressively build platforms, diagonal platforms on top of each other until you've got like a makeshift staircase. But obviously that does take up a lot more space than a staircase. So you'd need to really want a diagonal staircase in there. It's much easier just to kind of, you know, shimmy the staircase around the edge and just hide it there. So what I'm doing now is placing the back stairs. So we've got this bump out on the side, and it's going to be like a sunroom slash conservatory slash chill out space. And at first I put the stairs here, but I think that they should definitely be from the next room along, which is the kitchen, so that it doesn't interfere with, you know, the all surrounding windows. Do you get what I mean? Like, I want windows all around this room, so I don't necessarily want a door to intervene with that process. Anyway, not very interesting, but it's 11. You've got 4.5 hours. I've got to say some stuff. Okay, so let's look at the shell then. I think it's looking pretty cute. What do you think? I think it is looking like a pretty cute family home. I really like the chimney placement. Well done, past Annalie. Little clap. Yes, we'll celebrate her. Okay, so now you're getting a super fast, funky time while I place a bunch of windows. One of the things I want to draw the attention to here is it's one of the things that made this challenge so fun, and one of the reasons I encourage you to do it. Because all the swatches are white, you can't see how EA have created so many like wood swatches and coloured swatches that don't match each other. You end up using like a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to put together because the swatches don't go. Now, then when it comes to colouring in, quote unquote colouring in, which I hope you understand what I meant by colouring in, but you'll definitely see me do it in this video, and then you will definitely get it. So what I would say is, when you're colouring in, you actually just have to live with the mismatch. And anyone who's seen me build before, whether in a short or in a video, you know that I quite like a mismatch. If you like matchy stuff, you should definitely stick to similar packs for similar things. So maybe all your windows and doors from, say, Snowy Escape or Cottage Living or whatever. The newer packs have better matching, as we all know. But yeah, for me, it was actually part of the charm. And do you know what? I actually really fell in love with this house while it was still white. Like if you look at the house now, I'm already starting to really like it. I think it's really cute. And so yeah, also really enjoying this sped up beats per minute version of the Sims music. It makes me feel like I'm in the last lap on Mario Kart. Do you know what I mean? Where everything gets really intense. Okay. Something I also found myself doing, and this is definitely true of the wall coverings here, but also throughout the build, is because you're only playing with white, you kind of lean into different textures more because you need that for variation and for breaking it up. And then when it comes to colouring, you end up with some really interesting patterns next to each other, or like more siding and stone and stuff. Like, it's very tempting when you're building to go with quite plain things just to make your eyes be able to relax a little bit more as you're playing. But when you're building with the colouring challenge, you find that because there's so much white, like, look, that stone looks so much more chill than it will later when it's coloured in. And one of the things I would say is, obviously when you're colouring, you could choose the white swatches, but I think it's kind of a little bit defeats the object of the whole challenge, which is to surprise yourself with what's left over. Now, I'm not very familiar with these kind of half wall trims, which is how I made the chimney here, but what I would say is that I think they all basically come in the same colours. Probably not, because it is The Sims, but that's my feeling on it. So I just went with the one that was the right thickness for the top of the chimney. So we still need to do, what do we still need to do? We still need to do flooring. Probably a ceiling on the sunroof. Okay, so I'm painting. And because it's all white, you can't actually see anything, right? Properly. Do you know what I mean? But as I just mentioned, like I did some siding there. I've gone for some different textures all over. And I do not build that much in The Sims. I do a little bit. And I have some favourite items, but this pushed me because I was like, oh, white stuff, everything goes. Everything's going to match each other. So it pushed me to pick some things I don't normally pick. And I did that. But then, like, for example, oh, look. I couldn't use that tile because I accidentally I went for it in red. So then I was like, oh, shit. Am I allowed to swear on YouTube? Okay, well, I did. You can't then go back and you can't use something once you know the swatch, right? It's cheating. So, yeah. Now, okay. Off camera now, as you can see, I've done some landscaping. I've done some pathing. I have used mostly the plants which were available under the white swatch. So that dogwood tree, I don't know what it's called. That tree is white. That little succulent is quite a big succulent. You know, that massive plant that's like flattened cactus-like. You can see that on the right-hand side of the garden. That is, there you go, my mouse is on it. That is the other thing that comes up in the white swatch. And then what I did was I went in and found some flowers and chose the white flowers. No, they didn't come up under the white swatch because they're green, I guess. But you know, you can see they're white. I've used a roof tile that I never use. And all this stuff is going to be kind of a surprise to me, I guess, when it comes to actually figuring it out later. Something I've not even mentioned. How am I not mentioning things? I'm just being wild here. Okay. I'm building this for the Dove family, right? So those of you who watch my series, which you absolutely should, know the Dove family. My series is called Life of Sky. Jenny Dove is my main character's best friend, and this is her family home. They have a dog called Coco, who looks pretty much exactly like that mailbox. And oh, my dog's watching a robin eat from our bird feeder, in real life, obviously. In case you're looking for that in the garden here somewhere. So the family comprises of 4 people, 4 human Sims and 1 dog Sim. The dog is called Coco. We've got Jenny and Leo, who are teenagers. They're both friends with my main character Sim, Sky Meadows. Leo is a little bit older than Jenny and has graduated high school. He's soon to be a young adult. Jenny is a teen, still in high school, attends with Sky. And their parents, Charlie and Claire. They are a really lovely family, and they were just in kind of either an EA game build or a gallery build, but they didn't even really have decorated bedrooms and stuff for themselves. And pretty much my favourite time to build is when I'm doing it for my series. And I also love a challenge because I'm one of those people who gets intimidated by a blank page. Do you know what I mean? So you can do so much in The Sims, and I sometimes do, but often what I do is plan a project, bite off more than I can chew, and kind of drop it. Whereas when I've got a build challenge and I've got very specific rules and parameters, I find it much easier to actually stick to a build, see it through to the end, and enjoy the process. Sometimes those limitations make my creativity even wilder, you know? So what we're doing is giving the Dove family the family that they deserve. So the home that they deserve. They do deserve each other. They're a lovely family. But I'm giving them the family home that they deserve. And I actually think it will mean that I can showcase the family a bit more to you guys, because I'll be happy for you to look around the house and to show it on screen. So there's a little bit of pressure on me here because I'm quite a slow builder. I'm doing a challenge. It's for my Let's Play series, and it's, going to be on screen in the future, so it's really important that it goes kind of okay-ish. So yeah, now that I'm saying all of this, I'm really suddenly very paranoid that I've deleted the save this was in and not saved it to my library, but I'm sure that's not the case. Fingers crossed that's not the case. I will add it in a little text somewhere here on the screen now so that I can go and check and tell you if it is the case, if I've deleted it. Pray for me. I really don't want to. I love how the house turned out. Okay, so I've got this little sun lounger in the back because Jenny is a typical girly girl and she loves to sunbathe. So as you can see, we've got this is the sunniest part of the garden. And so it keeps the sun longest into the evening. And so I feel like that's why Jenny would position her sun lounger and do a little bit of sunbathing. Yeah, and isn't it so weird how everything is just white? Like, it's freaky. Obviously, in Brindleton Bay where we're building, there's also green. And if you're building in Oasis Springs, there'd also be like a sandy colour. But yeah, so... Do birds come to this bird feeder? I don't know if I've ever placed it before. I'm super excited to find out though. We've just done the bird feeders in our IRL home. We've been living here for 2 years, and they used to have like quite a few cats next door, but our neighbours have moved away, so now we feel like we can actually, like, you know, feed the birds without just making a cat buffet. Buffet. Phoebe buffet, making a cat buffet. Why did I say buffet like that? And just putting a little ramp in for Coco here so that she's got some stuff to do. I think maybe I'll put like a ball in, like give her like a little bit of playtime. I don't know if the dogs actually play with these giant balls. I think that's like for horses, but yeah, there you go, Annalie. Well, see, past me also had the same thought. So at least there's that. And there's a little pet toy box there, which I think is cute. Oh, and look, Coco's lost her ball under the point where Jenny is sunbathing. And look how that blue ball, and there's a couple of like red and white things and blue and white things in these pet things. And I guess that's like a good demonstration of how the swatches aren't all entirely white, but overall, like you look, I've already placed some window boxes of flowers, and even though the swatch of the box is white, there's some pops of colour, so it's never like a purely white build. But the way it comes to life when you start to colour it, it's initially quite jarring when you've just done a couple of rooms or like one area, but then once you properly get going, it becomes like amazing. I think amazing. Starts to really develop like the character of a home. Oh, it's so cool. I hope you enjoy it. I loved doing it. Seriously recommend that you check out some other YouTubers doing it and have a go yourselves. But yeah, look at all these tiny details and like everything down to from all the way from like the roof tiles, the wall coverings, the lampposts, the mailbox, down to like the tiniest bits of clutter, the toothbrushes, the cushions. Everything is just that white swatch, and it's just so weird. Like after a while, my eyes actually started to get like quite accustomed to just looking at like this mostly white stuff. And then when I started adding color, I was like, oh, it looks a bit weird to begin with. So yeah, there is that. So yeah, we're just finishing up the exterior, just getting some stuff done, and then we will move inside. I think I start upstairs in the master bedroom from what I remember. But yes, it's so exciting. I'm really not the most experienced builder in the world. I have been playing The Sims since The Sims 1, but I was 10 then. And so I was like still playing with actual dolls as well, you know. And like of all the different elements of the Sims franchise has to offer, building is definitely the one, you know, the aspect of the game that's newest to me and that I'm least experienced with. Like gameplay, storytelling, and cast are definitely my more familiar zones, my comfort zone. But I have been building a lot more this last year in kind of preparing for Life of Sky, and I did another kind of let's play, like not on camera, but I did another like, what's it called? Is it just called Playing The Sims when you're not recording it? But I did do another like little family gameplay moment. But let me tell you about Life of Sky, because I should say something about it, because really I'm not the best at promoting my channel or remembering to ask you to subscribe and like the video, but obviously if you're enjoying it, you should do that. So before we head inside, let me just tell you that Life of Sky is a detailed, story-based let's play series where I treat it kind of like a soap, or like a teen drama or like a podcast. So I narrate the story and I show you a lot of machinima and a lot of custom animations and stuff, and you kind of see the visuals play out in front of you. So even if you've never watched a Let's Play before, I would love it if you check out Life of Sky. There are currently 20 episodes, so we're quite far into it, and I am going to do more. So I'm just doing some finishing touches on this exterior, and I will tell you more about the Dove family, really get into that in a minute. But yes, I do think that that is something that I would like you to give a go. Okay, so we're doing it. We're finally heading inside, and we're going to do some interior doors, some fiddling about with the layout, and then we're going to do some wall coverings and flooring throughout the build. So maybe we'll get these doors done and then we'll head on upstairs and get the doors done there, and maybe do the wall coverings and floorings upstairs. So let's do that. I want it to feel quite open, so I've gone for these archways, and I actually really like it when things are not quite symmetrical or not quite matching. You'll get used to my build style. Listen, I've grown up with a family of people who keep things. So what I mean by that is people pass things down generationally in my family. People gift each other things. We're not like people who are able to, renovate our whole homes at the same time, and things are precious to us, and we're not going to replace things just because we fancy something that matches better. So I guess like what feels homely to me is just having that mix of eras, that mix of architectural, that mix of old and new and cozy and comfy and sentimental bits, things you found when you were on holiday with your grandparents, something your mum from her house said, oh, you can have that if you want, something your friend was getting rid of and you thought was cute, something you and your partner picked up at the vintage market, something that you found when you were in Barcelona. I don't know. Do you get me? Just bits from all over. My partner is the best person in the world, but he's also the loudest person in the world. So even though he knows I'm recording right now, he's in the kitchen, and it's like the rest of the time he'll be in the kitchen, he'll just be like making normal sounds, but like when I'm recording, it'll be like they'll have to be like literal like banging around. It's so funny, but like it's absolutely fine. Like life makes noise, life isn't perfectly matching. That is the vibe of my channel. So yeah, we're just here for it, aren't we? And actually in every video I've had pretty much my tummy's been rumbling, or I've sneezed, or my dog's been snoring, or now like there's banging noises happening in the kitchen. Like life is just gonna make noise, and you get a little bit of a moment in my house. Like if we were on the phone right now, I wouldn't be like hanging up or muting myself just because like my partner was here making some noise. Does this make sense? Like I know it's not like professional YouTuber vibes, but at the same time like my channel is tiny and probably always gonna be tiny, so like I'm assuming if you're here it's because you kind of like the vibe. Okay, we're doing some more fast times just to get through all these wall coverings, because honestly like how interesting really is looking at the white swatches. And obviously I'm going to do another one of these, I think, and I'm going to record it while I'm doing it rather than record it after the fact, the voiceover bit, so that I can kind of talk you through it. But I'll do a much smaller build because obviously 4.5 hours of that would be a pretty intense, but I would very much like to talk you through like some of my decision-making process while I'm picking all these white swatches. But I think that when I'm choosing the colours and it's coming together, it is more interesting. So, and I am recording this next day, so we're no longer with a banging we're no longer banging. We're no longer in a banging kitchen situation. So if those noises did bother you, they will have ceased now for now. Who knows if I record all of this in one go, or if we end up going back to it this evening and there's more. Maybe you'll just hear like several days of kind of ambient noise and atmosphere in my house. You'll get to come along with me on a whole week or something. But yeah, anyway, so now the noises you're likely to hear are kind of birds thumping the window. The magpie, he pecks the window sometimes if I've not remembered to change the coconut. We've got the dog snores, haven't we, Dougie? Yeah, we've got the dog snores that could potentially kick off next to me. My tummy is always a potential source of noise, so who knows about that. Yeah, and obviously me jabba 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 yap 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 yap, just me going off, continue. And yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy that. So the Dove family, this is the master bedroom that I've just lit before your very eyes. How exciting. This bedroom here closest to us that I'm about to light is Jenny's. So she is a teen sim, as I said, and we're lighting her room, and she's going to have that little closet. Leo is here. He is more of an outdoorsy kind of sim, so he is into like animals, plants, outside, and so he's going to have the balcony. Then we've got this small family bathroom here, and we've got their master bedroom for the parents and a hallway, and that's kind of it for the upstairs. It's plenty of room for the Dove family. You know, they spend a lot of time out and about in the community. Yeah, so Jenny obviously goes to school. She's a cheerleader. She also is, like, I think she wants to go to uni and study law. She's dating a really nice sim from the series called Fox, who's another main character and a major cast member. So she will need, you know, study space. She'll need girly space. She's very girly. And she will need kind of places to get ready. She'll need mirrors, she'll need clothing areas, and yeah, she'll definitely need a desk or dressing table that she can also do her homework at. Leo will need minimal, you know, he'll need more music. He will probably come home and unwind in his room, but most of the time he won't be in it. He does, he volunteers, he helps out at his aunt. His Auntie Joy has a rescue centre called Freshfields, which is actually named after a rescue centre local to me here where I live. And he works there with her, helping her out with all the animal care. He also volunteers at a community project where they build homes for disadvantaged people, disadvantaged families. So he is kind of getting into construction quite a lot. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I am a fan of Gilmore Girls. And if you remember, like, Rory going to like that construction day, do you remember that? She went to like volunteer, and Lorelai made her like a custom hammer with sequins and stuff on it. Well, think like that kind of like project, except Leo is properly into it and competent and has been doing it a long time. I think he's got kind of designs of going into some kind of, again, probably legal side of it, but maybe not actually. Jenny's a lot more like kind of academic than him. He's not clever, but he's a much more kind of practical, competent person than academic person. So that's Leo. And Jenny. Jenny is my main sim, Sky. She's her best friend, and Leo is also a very good friend. But you know, a lot of people who watch the series kind of, why doesn't this fit in like the little half unit? So annoying. I don't really understand why they made smaller appliances when they still take up basically a full unit. Do you get what I mean? Like, you can't squeeze like 3 of them into, like, what is the point? It just makes it look weird. It's like actually a detriment rather than a positive. Anyway. Whew. Don't get annoyed with the Sims in every build video, Annalie. It's not becoming, and plenty of other people provide that content a lot more effectively than I do. So we will just keep going. I think we'll just push through. So what was I saying? Oh, Leo. A lot of people who watch the series, my Sims bestie Amber, music psych fan, and others who've watched, you know, there's a few comments and a few people have said it to me kind of via DM, via message as well, is a lot of you do think that Sky and Leo are cute together and kind of ship them. They haven't, nothing has happened. They are very much just friends. He is obviously her best friend's brother, and she is just a teenager, so she's not, she has had, she's had a situationship and a relationship, but she's not, very much not going to be like embarking on any kind of serious things anytime soon. She's way too young for that. But plenty of you think that their chemistry is good, and I do agree with you. Their chemistry just somehow is just really good. I do already know quite a lot about Sky's future. I don't know how she'll get there, and I don't know if she will want to do the things that I have planned for her, because I do leave autonomy on and I do try to follow the natural course of where my Sims go. But because it is a story and I am storytelling, I do have some ideas of who I think at this stage she might end up with in the future and what might be going on. So you can very much watch that if you want to and see if you think I get it right or not. You might not. But yeah, so if you want to see their cute chemistry, you should definitely hop over and see the series. I should probably tell you about the rest of the family, shouldn't I? So Coco is a dog. She's a husky and she's lovely. We haven't seen her yet in Life of Sky, but obviously I know she exists. And we probably have seen like Jenny or Leo walking her, but we haven't kind of stopped to properly take her in all her glory. So yes, we will see more of Coco in coming episodes, I hope, especially now that we've spent a little bit more time at Freshfields, at the Animal Sanctuary. Sky has been there 3 times, I think now. The first time she just went to help out, second time she went to help out with a specific dog, and the last time she went to help out, but she got a phone call, and this is in the most recent episode, while she's there, from her sister saying, please come home, I've got things to tell you, I've got news. And I don't know if I like this no, I do like it. Look how cool all this stuff is. It's so white in here. Actually, it just looks pretty standard millennial at this point, doesn't it, in terms of home? Like, if you took like your average millennial and allowed them to decorate a home, like maybe not quite now, but like 4 or 5 years ago, I feel like this is the kind of color palette we would have got. When you see like American influencer homes, this is the kind of color palette we get. So yeah, it doesn't look that weird, but like to me, it's definitely not the color scheme I usually build with, so it does look weird. What was I saying now? See, maybe I can drag things out for 4.5 hours just because I don't keep track of my own brain. So we were saying that, Sky, yeah, she got a phone call from her sister saying, come home, I've got news, I need to see you. And she went home, and her sister was actually saying, we're going to Sulani. So currently in my game, Sky is in Sulani, and it's much needed. Sky's going through her first heartbreak, and she really needs this chill time away from everything that's happening in her hometown. And what's really nice about that is it means that she's just healing her heart, having some self-care, having some mindful time away from home. It also means it's a good time to pick up the series because it kind of gives you time to catch up while she's on holiday without any more drama developing, because she has got, a few days of holiday. There's a robin looking at me. It's so cute. Hello. Okay, I'm just going to try not to move much, which is hard for me. I'm doing kind of like quite big hand gestures while I talk, but I'll try and stay still because he's enjoying some seed and I want him to be well fed. It's getting cold here. It's not cold, however, in Sulani. So Sky's going to be there for, I think it's 3 nights that I keep her there for. And then she's going to go home, and in game it will be kind of the very quick build up at that point to Winterfest. We're in early winter in the game. Well, no, quite mid actually, probably. No, we're in early winter. We're in early winter in the game. All my seasons last 2 weeks in game. I'm on long lifespan. All my seasons last 2 weeks. And we are in the first week of winter. However, Winterfest happens on the first weekend of winter. So she's gone away for some winter sun to Sulani. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. A gorgeous episode. And then obviously she will come back after a few days. And so if you were to pick up the series now, one of the good things about you doing that is that while you're doing so, there's not going to be any major dramatic developments that you miss in real time because she's on holiday. So she's not actually going to run into anybody she knows. When she comes home, I do have a little collaboration planned with one of my friends, which will take her away for another couple of days, and you may see a cameo from someone from another series of another YouTuber that you may follow or may not follow. You might discover her new, and that's even better, to be honest. Or you might see someone who you're like, oh wow, I know this character, which would be really cool, wouldn't it? But we haven't actually filmed that yet, so I can't comment really on what's going to happen there. And then it's going to be pretty much as soon as that collab is out the way, it's going to be Winterfest. So you've got some really cute, cozy episodes coming up and this kind of cool collaboration. So lots to keep an eye on there in my Let's Play. I'm just placing some artwork around to try and make it feel very family home. The parents who live here, Jenny and Leo's parents, Claire and Charlie, are the most wholesome people. They are so progressive, so openly loving. They're, a really interesting and modern couple, quite hippie-like, who've raised their children in a very happy and healthy family environment. They encourage them to think of those less fortunate than themselves, which we can see in Jenny and Leo's characters, particularly Leo's at the moment, but definitely both kids show major signs of that. And they also encourage them to follow their dreams. They are also deeply in love with each other. So Charlie and Claire are incredibly committed to one another. Prior to beginning the Let's Play, which obviously follows Sky, Sky's older sister Star moved to Brindleton Bay, so Sky has joined her just before the Let's Play series started, but Star was here for longer, so she cut ties with her parents after some conflict, moved to Brindleton Bay to start a new life. A little bit of an Easter egg, because I haven't really talked about their parents that much, but they actually live in Henford on Bagley, and they are, quite a wealthy couple, and their parents, the Meadows, their parents have a strange relationship with both children. But yeah, Sky has joined her sister now, but Star did move first. Oh, look at all this kitchen clutter. It is too cute. One of the first people that she encountered when she came to Brindleton Bay was Claire, and she quickly befriended the Doves, particularly Charlie and Claire, but she's also known Jenny and Leo for a long time. Star is a young adult, so she's not, obviously her main friendships within the family are with the other adults. Charlie was the person who showed Star around the town. He took her out on his boat, he took her to the island, he showed her the museum, he started telling her about the history of Brindleton Bay. They were very well connected in the community, so they started to involve Star in stuff. Claire started inviting Star to her yoga classes, and in time, Star became so entranced by yoga and wellness, she started to, host her own wellness group, which is what she does to this day, and that's really what cemented her in the Brindleton Bay community. She is quite well known now, Star. She's not she's not famous well known, but people locally know her, and she is, that's very much in thanks to Charlie and Claire. The Dove family always invited Star around for the holidays, knowing that she was disconnected from her own family, knowing that she'd be spending them alone otherwise. And that's why in the series, Star repaid the favour by hosting the entire Dove family for Harvest Fest. A really sweet episode if you saw it. So yeah, there's a lot of lore going on behind the scenes, a lot of stuff that's happened off camera that you don't necessarily know about in my Let's Play unless you watch some of my side videos, like my builds and things, and see me talking about it. I've clearly walked away from the screen at this point, by the way. Sorry, I was so into telling you this story that I'm only just noticing I have my Apple Music wants to update, and I have just wandered off and left this spice rack on the floor. So let's see if I can't fast forward and get you somewhere a little bit more interesting in the build before I continue telling you about the Dove family. Guys, I'm so sorry. We did a full 2 minutes there of just staring at a spice rack. This is why my channel's always going to be small. Anyway. What am I trying to say? Okay, so I am sorry about the spice rack. I also just cut out another 10 minutes of spice rack content. So, really, this could have just been a story time with spice rack video, could it not have? So I'm going to probably fast forward this remaining cluttering up of the kitchen, just so we can get past it. Look, I did a full 5 seconds of not... No, did I even do 5 seconds of not talking there? We're now into the hallway and living room. This is... Okay, here's a small thing about my builds. This TV and the tiny TV, which I think is from Eco Living, it's like a vintage one. They're the only TVs I'll use. I really strongly dislike the other TVs and the way that they appear. I have the frame in my house. So yeah, I don't like how living rooms center. This is just my personal thing. There's no shade to anyone who does. Most people do center their living room around the television, so it makes complete sense. But as someone who has quite strong sensory things, I can't stand background TV and trying to have a conversation while TV is on. So for me, I need TV to be something that can automatically kind of blur into the background. So this frame for me was something I wanted for years and years, and then I got it like 4 years ago. I got the smallest one. I'm not wealthy, so I got the smallest one on like a Black Friday deal, and yeah, I got it in, I think I got it in 2020, so it's probably gonna break soon, but please hold out, little frame. I don't even think you can get the size I've got anymore. I think it's too small. It's like I'm the only person I think with like a wall mounted TV that's like 32 inches. It's like quite small. Me and my partner watch, like, compared to other people's TVs nowadays, I mean, me and my partner will sit and we'll watch like shows. We're like a few meters away and it's like tiny. It's kind of probably like if we watch the show closer on our phone, but like it's on the wall and far away. But yeah, I'm not a huge TV fan. Placing this bed for Coco reminded me that I hadn't put anything down for Coco in the kitchen, so I'm about to go and redo Coco's bowl and make sure that Coco has a place to eat in the kitchen before I come back in here. Is this big enough for Coco to lie on? Like, am I being a bit wild? But yeah, I should put down a little water bowl, a little food bowl for Cokes. No, just Coco. We won't be calling Coco Cokes. So yeah, we can get these in a perfect little empty corner here that works for the bowl. Adorable. So yeah, now Coco has somewhere to have dinner. Oh, so cute. Love that so much for Coco. You go, Glen Coco. Yeah, so let's get on with the build now. So we are back in the living room, and do you know what, with all the speeding up and cutting out I've actually managed to reduce this footage to 3 hours 43. This is gonna be really interesting how long this video ends up being, because I am just gonna upload it. I'm not gonna try and shorten it too much. I know that's weird. I know it should be in like 2 parts, but I think sometimes people like to, or I certainly like to, like put on a bit of a longer video and just leave it playing in the background. And I might bugger off after like half an hour, but at least like I've had half an hour of like, you know, like a bath or something where I can just watch some Sims content or listen to something. So this is my gift to you weirdos who are like me and just want to hear someone chat shit for, you know, ages. And yes, I did just like burp. Like, it was quiet, but I did. But this is what I mean about like not being like in any fit state to ever be like a professional content creator, is that I just can't be doing it. I did used to have a blog and a podcast, and I used to talk about mental health online and domestic abuse. I am a survivor and I live with PTSD, and I have shared a lot of that on the internet over time, and I've spent a lot of time like, you know, making sure that my content is correct for raising awareness without triggering people, and putting a lot of thought into every little thing I've done to make sure that it works well for survivors and other advocates. And I think I've spent so much time thinking so hard about my content and making sure that it serves the purpose, the greater good I wanted it to serve, that now that I'm doing Sims videos, it's very much for me. And oh my god, I feel like bordering on emotional, but I feel like I very much want my content to be a little fun escapism for myself and for you guys, and I'm trying to keep it like super raw and stuff. And I guess like part of why I don't feel like I need to edit out every like every breath I take, every little bit of every bit of every mistake, every little bit of background noise, and get that sound and stuff perfect, is probably because I've shared so much of myself so openly online and talked about so much scary real stuff that was so scary to talk about, and had so many horrible incidents of harassment, including from people from my abuser's circle, that now it kind of just feels like, well, I don't know how to put it, because things can always get worse. I don't mean it feels like I've been through everything. I see people go through some really horrible stuff online, but I guess it takes away, you know, I'm very confident that people on the internet aren't going to be upset with me for doing an and that if they are, it's because it's their issue, very much something going on in your own life, and it's not someone trying to be cruel to me. And if they are, it's not really going to impact me. Yeah, so having said that, I am a very emotional person. As you know, I nearly got emotional then, just thinking about how far I've come and everything that's happened in my life. I've recently moved from Twitter to Blue Sky. It makes me sound like I've moved house. But no, but Twitter was where my community was based, right? But it's got progressively harder on there since Musk's takeover. And so I've recently moved on to Blue Sky, and I'm finding it so much more peaceful over there. But I do miss my community as well. I hope some of them find me here. I hope some of them find me on Blue Sky. But inevitably, I am going to miss some connections, and that is going to suck to a large extent as well, you know. Although it is nicer to be in a safer environment. I know that some people are scattered to other directions. Some people will move to Mastodon, some people Threads, some people will stick it out on Twitter, and that's very much all okay. People have to be where they feel their community is best. Look how long this curtain is taking me to choose. I'm gonna get through the end of the curtain saga, and then I'm gonna fast forward so that we can get through a little bit more of this video. I'm having a bit of a mare. But yeah, so I've moved, and I am going to miss some members of my community who I know won't follow me. And I'm also going to miss some of the connections I've had with people who've sadly since passed away and whose presence will never appear on these platforms that I'm now on. This weekend, I've just been to one of my favourite people online. You may know her. She's called Cara Lizette. She is also a mental health advocate and an incredible person, and she's been through so much, and I was so honoured to go to her wedding. Like, you know, it's not like she invited like thousands of people either. Like, we are proper friends now. You can make proper friends on the internet, but like, it was such a huge honour to be there. But like, it was such an emotional thing to see her walk down the aisle after everything she's been through, and to see her looking so full of, like, she was radiating joy. She was so, like, the most beautiful bride I've ever seen, and she was just so happy and in love and peaceful and unstressed and unbothered. Oh, it was just such the most beautiful wedding. And like, she deserves it so much. So it was a very emotional weekend, and I am very I've done a lot of socializing, and I've done a lot of you know, seeing people talking, singing, dancing, like I said. So yeah, I'm very tired, and I am just making my way through this. Why am I telling you just this weird random stuff? Okay, but I am, right? So you've got some weird random stuff to know now. And yeah, I stayed with my other friend Abby, who I've mentioned on this channel before because she is the most gorgeous person, and she helped me paint a mural in my house recently of the Disney Magic Kingdom castle, and we had the best time. We spent 40 hours locked in a room painting a mural together. We weren't locked in, but we confined ourselves to the room while we painted, and it was incredible, like just the best time ever. And she's another friend who I originally met through Twitter, but I've known these people for more than 7 years now, so very much have transitioned into real life friends. And what was nice is I was always going to stay with Abby, but Abby is in the process of buying her own place, and that's been delayed, so I would have been staying with my friend and her partner, but instead I got to go and stay with her parents in her home, in her family home, and that was incredible. They were the most welcoming people. And I lost my mum when I was just 19, and my partner lost his mum in 2022, so we both really benefited from being in that family environment again, and getting to, you know, her mum like really made us feel like super cared for. She had the most maternal energy. She reminded me of my own mum, in fact, and it was just like the most beautiful weekend and wedding and everything. So I do feel really loved at the moment. I also feel really emotional. Like, I started to cry saying goodbye to my friend and her family. Like, I teared up and started to get emotional, and that's just because, like, you know, me and my partner are going through some stuff at the moment. Good stuff, but stuff nonetheless that is like life-changing, and because we're going through that, I am very emotional, and everything feels like very big and momentous, and you know, we're coping really well, obviously, and we love each other very deeply. And like I said, it's good stuff, but a lot of good stuff in life comes with big change and a lot of emotional pressure and stuff. Don't you just love it when I just like put you facing some wallpaper or something in The Sims? My pretty much standard thing. So I love how I cleared that up. I think it reflects Charlie and Claire's travel nature. Like, I think that they've picked up a lot of the trinkets on that shelf when they were abroad. What am I doing? I'm just hovering about. Let's see what I'm trying to do. Right, listen, as riveting as all that floating around was, I decided to just move us in here and show us a speed through of me doing the bathroom. So the plan is that this is one of 2 family bathrooms, and I love to, I've got really into building like my own shower areas and stuff. I'm really done with the EA showers. Well, obviously this is an EA shower, but you see what I mean? I really like to build my own like little cubicles and make the bathroom work. So we've got this bathroom downstairs and another large bathroom upstairs. I didn't in the end have room for a what do you call it? I didn't have space for an ensuite in the end, but I think that's fine. I very much wanted to, look at me trying to figure out this shower cubicle. Come on, Annalie, it's a wall. It's because the walls don't show up under the white swatch. Obviously, as you can see, there's a lot of coloured stuff showing at the moment. So yes, I very much wanted to make this a custom shower, and I wanted to make the bathroom like a little bit more interesting than usual by making it a strange shape. I've been loving that thing from Dine Out, this marble thing. It's not what I go with in this bathroom in the end, but I love that for a bathroom. Obviously it's not great, it doesn't hold a sink, which is why I didn't go with it, but I do like it for just like a little bathroom vanity moment in general. But yeah, this is what we ended up with, and I've gone for quite modern feel in the bathroom. But yeah, the idea here is there are 2 large bathrooms and they work for a family of 4, right? Because you're only ever waiting in theory for one other person to finish, because there's only 2 of you that need to use each bathroom. We had a little his and hers for a moment there. Do I stick with this? I can't remember if I stuck with this or not, but yeah, obviously I love these units in both kitchens and bathrooms. They give a lot of space for clutter, don't they? They're so cute for clutter because you can fit a lot on there. There's lots of slots down there, you can snap a lot in. So yeah, this is how it's gonna be. And it's cool because I'm doing this and I don't really have any clue what kind of colours I'm going to go through for in the bathroom, and that's kind of a bit weird, to be honest, because like picking everything throughout all the rooms, but I found this particularly in the bathroom, like picking everything is so much harder when you don't know what colours are going to go together in the end, because I do have some awareness of some of these clutter items and what kind of swatches some of them come in, and what's lacking in some of them. So I think, you know, I was a little bit like, oh no, what am I gonna do at the end? But as you say, you do kind of throw caution to the wind a little bit, because everything's white. It does seem like, oh well, of course all of this is gonna go together successfully, even though that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the case. And so now we've just got some finishing touches. I love to put a light switch in pretty much every room, but definitely in the bathroom. And I want to put in some houseplants to make sure that the bathroom has those little finishing touches. And yeah, then we will move on from this room to do the last room downstairs, which is our little sunroom. So this is so exciting. We're nearly done with this first floor. I am looking at my footage thinking, how is there still over 3 hours left? Do I just spend a really long time upstairs, or does it really take me that long to pick swatches for things? But yeah, I guess we'll see, right, won't we? We will see. Oh, this is so nice because I literally don't know what colour scheme any of these rooms are going to be until we get to kind of the end of everything. And I love that so much. Like this tile on the floor and wall, I don't even know what colours they come in. I'm assuming there's more than just the white in most things. Although you will find sometimes things only come in one swatch, and that is a bit of a bugger in this challenge. But yeah, look, I think this looks fun. I think it looks a fun shape. It looks quite spacious. Wait, no, that was such an unceremonious exit from the bathroom. I feel like I've been kicked out of somewhere. But here we are now looking at a sofa. We are doing the sunroom, and to be honest, I can see that I didn't move the door into the kitchen. The back door does take you into the conservatory. I suppose that's quite true to real life. That is generally how things happen, and you can actually see that that would have been the back door there. The the interior door would have, when the house was originally built, possibly, if this conservatory slash sunroom is an extension, which it might not be. It might be an original feature. It might be like an orangery. Anyway, I think that might be a mistake, that exterior door being in the sunroom. However, it is my own mistake to bear now, and I will have to live with myself. So, moving on. Let's do this sunroom, shall we? We're looking for a cozy place to chill out with Coco. And I think maybe some beds for her, some plants. Yeah, I think it's going to be a gorgeous moment. Let's get to it. Oh, and looking at this footage, I can see that I was very quick and decisive. It is an orangery. Look, a little orange tree. I was very quick and decisive on this room. There's not much space in here, I guess, and I kind of knew the vibe I wanted. So yeah, I've sped this up, but honestly, it's not going to last very long, so keep your peepers peeled and see if you can spot what goes down. So we've got rugs, plants, and a dog bed, and I think that's pretty much it. Is it it? I've never used this rug before in my life, so I have no idea if that's going to be a mistake. Coco's bed, a little place for you to snuggle up Coco while the whole family sleeps. And yeah, little lamps, see, and little plants. I love the idea of having that little bonsai tree in here. I kind of like the idea of it being like pinkish in here, like natural looking, botanical, but pink. That would be gorgeous. But obviously, again, I don't know the swatches I've used come in nice pinks, so I can assume that the mini cherry blossom will. But the rest of it, I have absolutely no idea. But I do know that I've gone a little bit cutesy in here. There's a little pastel pop moment. And yes, I'm kind of going like cute, but grandma's house. And then obviously I immediately said there was a pastel pop moment. There is not. What I've gone with in the end is things that again look like Charlie and Claire could have picked them up from wherever they go. And Leo likes to chill out to some records, so it would make sense to have a record player in here. But again, I think I've deleted that too. So what are we doing? Some meditation? A little meditation. Yeah, okay, perfect. Please don't undo that, Annalie. I think that was the correct decision for what to do. Okay, that's it. That's all we're doing in here. So yes, we are done. And I think what we should do is take a look at the entire first floor, well, ground floor, in fact. We've obviously got the porch there to do some bits and bobs in. And I would say that something we should also figure out is, Coco's getting another bed. See, I love how dog focused this build is. Exactly like my own house. So yeah, we need some kind of seating out here and a little welcoming moment for sure. Ooh, and this music's really funky when it's fast. But yeah, we're just gonna get out some little seats here so that you can kind of sit in the porch area and rock on a rocking chair. So cute. What a nice way to spend a little morning with your coffee. I think it's a really nice spot. And obviously, as I said, the Dove family are quite green-fingered, particularly Claire and Leo. They're both super into plants. These are definitely Claire's plants that she's got kind of out and about. She would love to sit here and have some peaceful moments and take care of her plants. And then I went for some like lanterns about, and it did make me realize that I hadn't done all the exterior lighting. So I went and did that. I'm not going to bother showing you because it's kind of just lighting up the, I'm showing you this one. It's kind of just getting the house into nighttime mode and making sure I can make it look super welcoming and super cozy. And then I lit the sunroom, and now we're moving upstairs. Okay, so we are upstairs, and I'm definitely less organised on the whole, I would say, with doing the upstairs. So for example, there's me placing Leo's bed and then realising I wanted to do Jenny's room first. She is the main of this family. She's the character that we probably see. We do see Leo a lot, but she has got a different TV than the ones I normally use, but that's because it's in her bedroom, and I'm not necessarily going to be mainly playing with this family, so I'm not going to mind looking at it. It's not their main family TV. I'm thinking that it's more for her to like watch things while she studies, like put music on the TV, etc. Who knows? Jenny's Jenny's closet is this little room off to the side, and then she's got this secret room in here, which I was going to put like a super exciting secret in, but I ended up just kind of, I don't know if I even put anything in there, but it is her kind of den that she can go and like sit in and kind of hide from the rest of the family. Oh, some lovely coughing content for you there. So yeah, we've got Jenny's room. She's got this dressing table. She will sit here to study as well. She's gonna have all her shoes and clothes through there and a space to get ready. And I gave her the little axolotl from Lovestruck, which answers my question as to whether I built this before or after Lovestruck, because it has been a while. Don't know why we were like, hey, it's been a while since we climbed a tree, and I just had to go over that. I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, so we've got this cute house coming together, bouncing in a tree like Tigger. And yeah, I fast forwarded through a lot of this because I thought maybe it wasn't the most exciting. Now you get the gist, I'm sure. Everything's white, everything everywhere is white. I love this carpet swatch, by the way. I know a lot of my friends don't like it. They think it's only for kids' rooms, but I think it looks really fluffy and nice to walk on. Okay, now we are in Leo's room, and I just wanted to point out that this is actually the first time I think that I saved this house when building. And for context, like, this was like a few hours in. It's only it's about 2 hours maybe into the footage, but it's yeah, I'd already done the shell. I did all the landscaping off camera, so we would have been losing quite a bit there if I hadn't look again though. But sometimes I just wander away. At least I saved it before wandering away this time. I'm going to cut out whatever nonsense this is, and then we'll resume, shall we? Well, it does seem like I always need to take a little step away and have a little moment to myself before I tackle a bathroom for some reason. And I was just thinking then that I could see some stuff in Leo's room, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, it is this bathroom. So I went for a break, took a big deep breath, and then came to tackle another bathroom, which I'm about to start. Am I even going to bother fast forwarding it? It looks so small. I think I probably don't have to. No, I'm going to. We don't need to share. You get it. I'm putting lots of white stuff in the bathroom. I'm hoping this one has a bit more of a boho vibe, and the downstairs one will be a bit more modern. So yeah, this is one that they kind of did when they first moved in, and they were still like childless maybe. And the one downstairs is, you know, kind of, they've had it done up recently. I mean, I have fast forwarded it, but in my fairness, as you're about to see, I've only sped this up to like 3 times, 3.7 times the speed, 3.74 to be honest with you, in case anyone wants to go away and figure it out. And I did finish this room really quickly, so proud of that. We're done now. We're done. That was the last thing I placed. Done. Done, Annalie. We're done. Come on now. Let's move on. We're going into the master bedroom. Gosh, why are we leaving Leo's bedroom to last? Save best for last. And again, I've sped this up just because we're kind of done doing staring at lights. I love this, by the way. Love all these textures. Don't know what swatches have come in, but love this bed. So I sped it up just because we are still staring at a bunch of white swatches, and I want to make things a bit more interesting for you, and I'm really keen to get to the colouring, so I sped it all up. But this bedroom actually only took me 3 minutes to make. I think the last bathroom only took me like 2 minutes to make, so we are very much ploughing through the build at this point. I don't know if it was I was in my rhythm or I'd lost my patience, but I think that it was more that I was really in the swing of things, because there's just not that much I needed to do in these rooms. It's going to be like, there are builds that you make just for aesthetics. There are builds you make for gameplay. And this was obviously for a challenge, but also for gameplay. So you want your Sims to be able to... God, I'm like struggling with my voice. But you want your Sims to be able to actually move around freely and interact with things without things glitching, without them getting stuck. So I did want to keep it kind of, you can see I've put clutter about, but I have kept it kind of, it's not a build that's built for aesthetics, and that does make it go quicker, to be honest. But yeah, now we're already in Leo's room, and with Leo's room, what I went for is kind of, he's an older teen, so I didn't go like full teen boy, but I kind of went with like a space for him to listen to music. I went with a little balcony for him to tend his plants and just chill out. Yeah, so I thought it was really cute in the end, so I am going to fast forward again for you to just see this, and then what I think I'm going to do is, well, we'll see, shall we? Is there anything else I did really before I start colouring in? So yeah, this was another quick room. It ended up being really cute, and I went with some cute finishing touches. So I do these lights, and I put some stuff on the walls, and I make it really cute. And I also do some plants outside, and some of the finishing touches I do to draw your attention to. He's got a water bottle. He is athletic. He's got some, I think I put some weights in for him. I put the It's Amber poster down for him, and that's mostly because Amber, as I mentioned, is the biggest. She calls them Skio, Sky and Leo shipper. So I wanted to put a little bit of a nod to her in his room. I thought that'd be cute. He loves music, so we've got his record player, and I also put a fresh, like a sign from the vets, like a big like wall sticker, thinking that maybe like he brought that home because he's really proud of the work he does there. So yeah, he's a super wholesome sim, and I just wanted him to like get the room he deserves and the outdoor space he deserves. I love that every single like room in this house has something, you know, like the master bedroom is the biggest one. It's plenty roomy, it's really airy and light, and that's nice for them. This room, Leo gets this like nice secret balcony, which he would love the most out of the family. And then in Jenny's room, she's got that huge closet and that secret hidey place, which kind of makes up for the fact she's not got a balcony, and his balcony kind of makes up for the fact that he's not got a closet. So I really enjoy that that's kind of like how it goes. Leo obviously doesn't have a lot of space in his room, so I have gone for a wardrobe out in the hallway that I think would host his clothes and also store some of the family like coats and stuff. What was that weird noise I just made from my mouth? Really creepy. It was just me making like a noise, which is a Welsh noise, but I don't know why I did it. Okay. So we're just finishing up his room, and then we are going to be done with the house finally. Just that wardrobe in the outside here. Where am I going to fit a wardrobe in out here? Like, what am I doing? Okay, she renovated. She casually moved a door. Imagine if you could do that. What? Am I not going to actually place the door? Come on, girl, get it in there. What am I doing? Why am I being so clumsy? Put the door on the wall, woman. What is happening? Good Lord. Okay, door in the wall. Come on past me. Put the door down. Lovely. And now can we squeeze in a... Oh, there's my pastel pop moment I wanted. Look, there, she did make it. And now can we squeeze in a little wardrobe here for Leo's clothing. Bless him. He needs to be able to wear something. We can't have him walking around naked outside. That's not appropriate. Come on. Use the alt place. Do you not want it in the corner? Do you not want it properly in the corner? No, are you going to just let that slide? Are we just leaving it like that? Just kind of not against a wall, not in a... Come on. Nobody leaves a wardrobe kind of floating about a hallway, especially where you've got to walk past it. Yeah, we've shoved it in. Okay, that's great. Well, there we go. We have actually finished placing everything. No, we haven't. Where's the It's Amber poster? Did we not do that? I'm sure I did. Did I not give her that little gift? Come on. I must have done it. Must have done it. Do you know, I have so many things. I caught myself from saying so much, and I really nearly said something. Not about anyone else, just I nearly said something, and I was like, that's like oversharing. I don't need to do that. So yeah, I definitely don't need to do that. But yeah, so there's the It's Amber thing, a little gift. I feel like I shout Amber out a lot. There are lots of other simmers that I do watch. Maybe I'll do a little list of people that you should follow. One of them definitely I'd like to mention is Absurd Koala. Her streams are incredible. She's a streamer over on Twitch, and she's just become affiliated, and she has been really lovely and welcoming. Probably the most like welcoming person from the Sims community in terms of like trying to help me out, give me tips, help me with things like Discord and apps that I wasn't familiar with. So yeah, anyway, here we're done. We are done. We are done with the inside of the house finally. So let's go and take a look at the outside again, shall we? We shall. How exciting. Okay, so here we are looking at our final product. This is our colouring book ready to be coloured. We did it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy with it. I know that my camera work here is really janky, but I hope that you can still enjoy that we finished this build. We are 1 hour in to the video at this point, and we still have 2 hours and 58 minutes of footage to go, but I promise you I'm going to try and make it so that it's not 3 hours of colouring. But this was a very mindful process for me for this point out. There was minimal decision making to do. Obviously there was decisions to make for which swatches look best, and you always have to pop into a tree every now and then, don't you, Annalie? But yeah, so we can finally get started and start moving things along, and yeah, let's just do it, shall we? I'm so happy. Oh my god, look how cute. What am I doing? Why is the screen all black? Please let that not have continued. Oh gosh, imagine if I just lost all the footage from this point onwards and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna colour, it's gonna be so fun, lads, and then it's just pure like black screen and Sims music. That would be so typical of The Sims, would it not? Okay, let's get started. Yes, we're gonna do it now. Okay, so what you'll see is with some things we can just hit that swatch tool, which is the third tool in the toolbar, and with some things we have to hit the eyedropper to get the same thing and then go through the swatches. So we are ready for colour, and initially I thought I was going to be going with this weird yellow roof. I actually was quite like uh-oh when I saw the swatches for these tiles. Like, not that they're all like objectively ugly, but for what I had in mind, this kind of snotty yellow was not gonna cut it. I don't think I kept it that yellow colour. Maybe I did. No, I feel like I went with a different swatch in the end. Some things you'll see me make very quick decisions on, and like, you know, it's like a no-brainer. Maybe I knew the item, or maybe I'm just like immediately drawn to a swatch. But on some things it takes me a little bit longer. And yes, so, and some things, like, so for example, here I'm experimenting with the swatches of the exterior of the house, and then that kind of might make me reevaluate like the roof trims. Then when I get the windows, that made me think again about the exterior. So yeah, and I did like to have a lot, like, look, you can see me second guessing this roof now already. So that's the spring in my chair, by the way. Like, when I like move quickly, it goes like boing boing like Tigger, which is kind of cute but also kind of annoying. So yeah, this is probably going to be quite slow now, so what I'm going to do is I am going to speed up just this exterior colouring in, and I'm going to do another one of these challenges in the future, and you tell me, would you rather see me do a big build again like this with all the speeding up and stuff it comes along with, or would you rather me do a very small build and keep it kind of real to time so that you can go through those decisions with me? Because I'm happy to do either, just let me know in the comments. And so yeah, we are now speeding through the colouring in of the front exterior so that you can see what's going on and how I'm managing to make these swatches kind of go uniform. So yeah, the stairs are another thing you have to redrop. The windows you can just tool. And look, at this point I've realised that I've got a combination of, like, see how the wood of the balcony door there goes with the kind of wooden slatted thing, but there's this green swatch on the bay windows that makes me think that maybe I could do some green on the front. And I do kind of wish that I'd done like a different swatch on the roof, so again I would like to see that come through, please. And something was a shame a bit here is this freeze on, oh yeah, see, green. A perfect choice, Annalie, well done past me. And what colour are we going to do these windows? So one thing that did feel like a shame to me was this freeze on the front here. It doesn't actually come in any dark swatches. So can you see it just under the railing on the balcony there? There's this freeze. Let's see if I actually do it in a moment. Oh, here we go. So all the swatches are very light on it. It comes in like a grey and a cream and a white or something. And I didn't like that because it meant that I wouldn't use that again in a colouring book challenge, because it did mean that when it came to colouring in, I couldn't really colour that part of the house in. It was kind of still monochrome, which is a shame because I think it's okay to keep things kind of light and stuff. I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring, but he's really snoring now. Although it's cute to keep things light and stuff in some cases. I see even the flowers that I would usually be quite happy with white daisies. Like, I wanted to make everything kind of work. And I kept cocoa on the letterbox, so that is kind of grey and white, but then I made the stick brown so that it kind of added a little something, and then the tree's green. Let's see what I did with the chimney. Oh, let's see, it's coming together so cute. I love this house. I forgot how much I loved it until I'm looking at it just now. But look, I don't know if you love the house, and you very much do not have to. Like, please don't feel like you have to love the house, but I properly love this house, and I think the Dove family are going to love it too. So let's see. This is the front exterior of the house. Here we go. And so I think I'm pretty much done with that. Maybe some fiddling around with the windows and stuff, who knows? But yeah, let's speed on through to the back, shall we, gang? I'm so happy with how this is turning out. These are not swatches I would have ever put together. I would never put together this like terracotta-y stucco kind of vibe painted with these slats and that stone and this green roof. Like, it really is not something I would have done, but I do like the result, and I think that's part of the beauty of this challenge, is you can end up with a build that you would never ever put together. Please let me know in the comments what you think of the house so far. Do you think I'm doing well? Do you think that you would have chosen some different swatches? Do you think that maybe from the off you were like, oh no, what is she doing, when you saw the textures and swatches I was choosing in white? Or are you cool with it and you think I'm doing a good job? Okay, here's the house. Look, I'm just bopping about now, so let's just move us on to the backyard. Okay, I promise you this is going to be quite quick because all of these swatches we can just click. We've got the stairs and fence that we have to replace, but everything else I'm pretty sure is just a click and flick. Just get it into a new swatch. And there's a lot of items here. I don't think I've used that grill before. I've definitely not used the bird feeder. I don't think I've used the bird table even. This brolly amazed me. Like, I love the swatch. This is the swatch I went with, this kind of blue and white. It's beautiful. Some of these flowers, I have placed some lily of the valleys in the back, and they look kind of yellowish here because of the shade, but they are white and I can't change the color. So we have got some pops of white in here, but you know what? We live with this kind of thing, don't we? I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring. He's probably snoring now. But yeah, so we are going to live with all these swatch changes. Do I get all the balls? Am I going to get that ball under there? Annalie, do you see that? Do you get that swatch, or are you just going to leave that? I think maybe I'm going to miss that. But I mean, if that's all I miss in this whole build, then we can forgive me, can't we? And I went with all these colourful, like, giving these flowers all a pop. And what I really like here is, I think I stick to like a brown gate, but I think I go with like a yellow fence. And that's just so cute, isn't it? So yeah, I love that you can replace stairs like that. At least you don't have to like bulldoze them. You can just drop them on top of each other. So yeah, I go with the yellow fence. I've gone with the wooden gate. I think it looks very like family home now. I think it's successfully, I think the colour has made it look so much more like scattery and family home. Unfortunately, that ramp for Coco does not come in any of the swatches, so it has to be light, but you know, we'll live with it. If it's the only thing in this whole build, then we'll live with it. Look, we're properly doing it, gang. It's coming together. I'm so excited. And look, let me start with the master bedroom first, because, well, it's where I started for whatever reason. But listen, I actually ended up loving the way this room turned out. It ended up in like quite a calming kind of blue tones. Very, very Brindleston Bay, actually. And I really love this bed. I don't think I've used it before, but it's gorgeous. I love the way it looks like it's got multiple blankets on it. I would love to see the Sims do like slottable blankets that we could put over beds and sofas, but especially over Sims when they're sleeping on the sofas. I want that so much. I wonder if there's a mod for it. But yeah, so this bedroom ended up really pleasing me. I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I did start with a chair and Carly's room. I started with Carly's chair's room. I started with Claire and Charlie's room, but then I did a save, and when I came back into it, I decided to move downstairs because obviously I realised that the order I built it in, I did exterior, then I did downstairs and upstairs, and I wanted to keep that same kind of consistency. So get your little boots ready to be blown away by what I do with the downstairs. And we're just admiring the build again one more time before we get into it, but super exciting. What's really exciting about this, actually, don't know why I'm so excited all of a sudden. I've moved to the living room, as you can see, and what's cool about this is that for some reason, I don't know, it's not exciting, but for some reason I put the music off at this point. I think it might be the first time I realised you could, which is extremely embarrassing after playing The Sims since literally I was 10 years old and it first came out. Yeah, so there's that. But I love this room. It's immediately warm, cozy, autumnal. It's the exact vibes of Life of Sky, and it's beautiful. Some of these items I would like want to keep them white immediately, but I just really wanted them all to have a different swatch. So even if like the white was my favorite, I did try to like at least like some of these images, for example, you can only change the frames, but I did try to at least do that just to make some difference and to, you know, have tried colouring in. But isn't it cute? What a cute room. Oh my gosh, obsessed. And next I think we did the bathroom, so let's go do that. I'm actually pretty amazed how quickly I got through this. So immediately when I was in this bathroom, I think I wanted to do like green botanical vibes, but what I found with this was that I really like this dark swatch of these tiles. So it made me have to kind of do a bit of a change tack on these thingies and make the bathroom kind of dark and cozy in that way. I did have to put walls down. I like to build with walls up, but in this particular build, this was so narrow, and there was so much clutter low down that I did have to do it. And I think I even changed the toilet rolls to a different colour just because, like one floral and several brown, just because like I said to you, even though I would usually have white toilet rolls in my build, I did want to try and make all the swatches as different as I could, if I could. Yeah, and I love that I stacked, like, you know, the way that these are stacked. I think that's really cute. It's something I saw on another YouTuber's short of making a bathroom, and I can't remember who it was. Shame. So I can't really tell you what it was. I think I did leave this wallpaper in the hallway in that swatch. I think it just kind of made sense too. So I've got these Chestnut Ridge. I hope I noticed. It's that horse one. No. You were using Horse Ranch. You have to stick to the Horse Ranch stairs. There. Okay, I did. Thank God. Oh, what a dark brown to choose. I guess I was so fed up of white. I was just like, the darkest one, please. But yeah, I think I left this wallpaper in the same swatch, which is a bit of a shame actually, because as you can see, it would have counted as white because of the green bottom and then white. But really, I do wish that I had changed it, but because like I said earlier, I wanted to change them all, but I think that I'm just gonna have to forgive myself that little oversight, aren't I? I think that's okay. We can't have two photos the exact same. I'm just gonna have to forgive myself that little oversight there. Let's do the rug. Cute. So there's a real mixture of warm and then of like seafaring Brindleston Bay vibes. Ooh, hiccup. Did I really go with a pink arch? That's a bit wild. I'm happy with it though. It's out there. See, I missed the light fitting. Look how cute this bathroom is. I can see that I've missed the shower over there. Come on. Are you spotting these things? I must have been tired. My eyes are just so used to seeing white that I can't see it anymore. Like, it doesn't stand out to me in any way. I'm just like, oh. So yes, I'm coming back in to do the bathroom. Oh, we went for the dark, cozy vibes. And I think I'm keeping the pink arch. Okay. Well, do you know what? I love the swatch of that tapestry. I think it's a shame I'm going to have to change it. So look at the difference between half of this floor now that's colourful and half of this floor that's pure white. Isn't it amazing how quickly things get coloured in? Okay, I'm going to do a bit more fast forwarding now, probably of this whole bottom floor so that we can see how things go. Do you know what? In like grabbing this footage to speed it up just now, I saw a little glimpse of what this kitchen looked like at the end, and you know, I love it. I actually really love, well, what I saw was the dining table and chairs, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love what I did there. I love the colours. So I am kind of excited to see it come together. It has been a while since I built it. Like I said, I think it was just after Love Struck came out. So it's a really nice thing to get to see again. And like, hello, old friend is how it feels. So that's lovely. Yeah, I'm really happy with this build. And do you know what? I don't think I used any CC or anything, or mods or anything in making this build, as we have seen whereas Sky's house has builds. And although I don't normally share my Sims and my am I going to go with that white one? It is my favourite one. Oh, I think I have a slightly different white one. Well done for changing the swatch at least, Annalie. So I think that what I'm going to do is maybe even consider... Did I remember to do the rug? I think what I'm going to remember to do is... Wow, I love those colours together. Come on, did I not change the rug? Change the rug. Have I already done the rug? Maybe I've done it. Okay, well, we're in the sunroom. I think what I might do is put this on the gallery. I think I might. So if you do like the build, maybe I'm overestimating how good this build is, but I'm really enjoying it. Or maybe it's just because I've been staring at it for so long. Oh, so we're going with quite a light swatch there, like teal, are we? Or are we going with pink? I did say I wanted this room to be like pink and blossom inspired, so this is a super exciting, is it not? That we found it. We found a swatch that works with the blossom. Oh my gosh, and pink walls as well. That's more pink than I usually do, but I guess I just wanted colour everywhere. Okay, so I think we can go with... Ooh. What are we doing? I think I was probably a bit like, yikes, I don't like any of those swatches when I saw that. Coco's bed. Yes, what colour is she having? Oh, that's so cute. It's like patchwork. I need to see what swatches are available on this rug and what I chose, because it is my first ever time using the rug. So, come on. I'm curious. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I decided very quickly. Oh, maybe not. Yikes, I don't think I liked any of these. Getting a vibe. I don't like any now, so I don't see why past Annalie would have been any more thrilled with this. Ugh. I don't like how sparse the patterns are, and I don't like how blocky and weird the solids are. Okay, I would prefer some kind of pinky. Can we get a pink? Oh, cute. Everything's so cute. Yeah, pink. Why not? This is the pink room. Now, what swatches do we have? This is the paranormal couch. That's cute. That's okay. It's a little bit bland. But the first one was cute. Go with that. Go with that. Pink. Yeah. Is that the one I go with? Oh, just willing my past self to do things is annoying. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that one. Pink. Are we going pink? I don't like... Not literally crossing my... Go with the pink one. That's okay as well. At least it's cheerful. No. Pink. Go pink. The bland one. Did I really stick with it? Back and change that swatch on that sofa. Okay, well, maybe I didn't. Oh, there's a blossom one right there. That's what you said you wanted here. That's what your future self said your past self wanted, at least. Sofa? Are we going to redo the sofa one more time? Just willing myself to just have a go at that swatch one more time. Come on, you know it looks slightly weird. The sofa looks slightly bland. Do the sofa. Okay, I'm not loving this room altogether. I don't like the rug swatch. Okay, forget it. I'm not putting it on the gallery. I'm just joking. Yeah, I can still go on the gallery and hopefully you like it. So this is the downstairs done, I think, unfortunately. I don't think I went in and did one more switcheroo on the sofa swatch. But yes, remember, if you're downloading this build, it would be my wish that you change that sofa swatch to the pink one and just take the sledgehammer to the rug. Please do. Okay, we're going upstairs. We're doing it. Okay, and last time the robin is back. So cute. Okay, I've sped this up so I don't have time to spare. Obviously, the exterior is already done because his balcony is part of the outside of the house. That's already done. And in here, we just went straight in for Leo's bedroom, which was the last one we did on the way out. Ooh, a red lampshade. Interesting. I went for like grey, blue, orange. I thought it was quite vintage colours. He's obviously got a record player and got quite a lot of old stuff in his house he's quite into. Not wasting, and into vintage and into restoration and just trying to make do with things. Obviously we did the master bedroom earlier, but I just thought I'd just give you a little peek of it again just to remind you of the vibes up here, because it was before we did the downstairs that we did it, and now we are moving on to do this beautiful tiny bathroom. And you know what, I'm speeding these things up just so that this video doesn't like take you 7 years to watch, but this room actually only took me a minute and a half to do to recolor, because obviously it's very small, but I still sped it up because sometimes I just kind of sit there looking into space, and those are the bits you don't really need to just like see in real time. Like, I think you can take in everything I'm doing fully at this speed, and I just save you a little bit of real life time by showing it you like this. It's interesting when you do a bathroom because obviously you have to recolor things like the toilet and the bath and stuff, and some things don't have nice swatches, but I think everything in here went pretty well, to be honest, and I think I ended up making it feel very much like these two have been you know, did this kind of, I feel like they renovated this bathroom themselves when they first moved in. As I said earlier, I think the other one they had someone in to do, but I think they did this one themselves, which is something me and my partner have just done in our real house, so I very much feel their pain. And there's Leo's room. We're just flying over to get to Jenny's room, and the whole way our last two rooms. So exciting. We are nearly done. And again, this room basically took me no time. It took me less than a minute, in fact, but at the same time, there's nothing in it, so it shouldn't really have even taken that long. It's just that I'm pretty slow. So we're gonna just see me recolor everything in the hallway, including the wallpaper this time. I did it in the upstairs. I remembered to do it, and I think it really goes with the overall vibe of the house. And then we've got this puzzle pop kit, and now we're into Jenny's room and her closet. So cute. And obviously Jenny's room has multiple elements, and it was actually the third longest room for me to redo in the house. I think the longest one was the kitchen, and the second longest was the living room, because I spent ages just staring into space and trying to figure it out with the what they called the like modular sofas. But Jenny's room had a lot of components. It's got a lot of different areas and a lot of tiny detail, so it did take me a little while, but I'm very, 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 very happy with how it turned out. I think it's really cute. I think it balances the different facets of her personality, and I think I remembered to even get little things like those tiny glasses, like, and recolor them. And yeah, Jenny loves pink, but she also loves autumnal things and retro things. This family very much are into their retro vibes, and I think this works well. And this is a really nice family as a whole. In here, I just very much just put in, you know, she can choose what she puts in here, because I put nothing in and just recolored it for her, but I thought that was kind of cute too. So we're looking at the upstairs now, and that is it, colored in. We've coloured in the upstairs and downstairs and outside, and that is it. That is the gist of a colouring book challenge in The Sims 4. And I really hope, no, I don't help much. I really hope that you enjoyed watching me do this. It genuinely was so fun, and I hope that it was kind of something for you to watch and maybe inspire you to do your own colouring book challenge when you do. I really liked it. I had the best time, and I feel like I'm really happy that I was able to give the Dove family that kind of family home. Like, what am I doing? I'm trying to give you a tour, and this is like the first build that I ever decided to film, like specifically for my channel, and we're just really slowly crawling about at varying heights to show you stuff, but please forgive my little amateur, but like, I've only been doing this 3 months still now, but I think I have come a long way in those 3 months. I say that I'm still very amateur as we head butterfreeze. So yes, this is our gorgeous home for the Dove family. They are a wonderful family, like really wonderful, like probably the nicest people in my Let's Play, to be honest. This is so cute, don't you think? That is so cute. I love this living room. I think it's like such a cozy vibe. Look, no painted ceilings, don't tell Koala. So we are moving through into the kitchen, and I love the way this teal and pink go together, this like dusky pink teal. Look how retro it looks with the orange counters and stuff. In my Let's Play, I've actually just given Sky and Star's home a little makeover, just the downstairs. Sky is about to go on a little trip with her friends. Oh, you know, she's away actually as I'm speaking. She's away in Sulani, but when she comes home, her friends are going to be taking her just to a little cabin for a little weekend. Nothing like extravagant, but they just want to gift her some time away because she's going through her first heartbreak. We're going out the back to see the yard here. And while she's away, Star is taking the opportunity to get some painters and decorators in and to get some people to fix up the kitchen and stuff. So when Sky gets back home after her holiday, she is going to have a little bit of a surprise as I could have put something cute in that note, could I not? So she is going to get to see how cute her home now looks, and I'm so excited for her and you guys mostly to see what I've done with the place. But it very much goes with these retro vibes. It's different, very different to Jenny and Leo and Charlie and Claire's house. But yeah, this family deserve a new home. So am I going to try and diagonally move up the stairs, or am I just going to kind of float up? Oh, thank gosh. I'm really glad I didn't try and do that. Seeing as I couldn't even get through the front door, it would have been a disaster. So we've got Leo's wardrobe here. Then we're going to go into, oh, no railings. You can just fall down that hole. Then we're going to go into Jenny's room and see the pink. So why am I continuously showing that I haven't painted the ceilings? Stop drawing attention to that, will you, girl? So yeah, her closet, really cute. She's got these nice views of the town from her window, which we don't see because I'm stepping through the wall. Interpret, look how I corrected myself. No, through the door. So funny how I get like so caught up in like some things have to be complete realism and then some things are allowed to be whatever. Yes. So this is his balcony and he will see the same view as Jenny does. Look at the clouds, they're so cute. I've got a fluffy Ghibli cloud mod on, so my clouds look great. Look, we're just bashing into everything willy-nilly now. Bathroom, stop showing the non-painted ceilings. Look at, what am I doing? Okay, but look at the clouds through the window. Aren't they so nice? That is the mod. There you go. Beautiful. Stop showing the non-painted ceilings, girl. I love this room as well, and I love this bed swatch. So the roof, let's sit on the roof and look at the lighthouse. Oh, we could see Sky's house for a moment. Look over the way. See, this is the thing. On the map, they don't look that close together, but from here, Sky and Jenny's house are super close, which is so cute because they're besties. But yes, I think I'm done. Oh, I am. Look, save. Listen, when I first started making YouTube videos, I really thought that like I was gonna get to like, oh gosh, look, I'm yawning. I thought I was gonna be really like a perfectionist about all my content and stuff, and like if you watch Life of Sky, you will see that that's a little more put together than this kind of thing is. But once you come down to it and you know you're gonna be speaking for like an hour and a bit, quite a bit by the way, an hour and 2/3 of an hour of another hour, it's kind of like, how are you going to sit and do it all to perfection? It would take literal weeks to put any content out, but also it would take all the joy out of it for me. So if you've enjoyed this video, and I do hope you have, just found something in it that you've liked, and yeah, if you enjoy this video, I hope that you do thumb it up. I hope you do give it a like, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing me and watching some of my stuff in the future. And I will link to Life of Sky probably at the end of this one, just that you've got something else to watch that keeps you here, because I think that's something I'm meant to do. But yeah, if you're interested in that, let's do it. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Anyway, the most important thing is that you go and have like a cup of tea and a sit down, do something nice for yourself. Now you've already done something nice for me by watching my video. Yep. See ya. Bye.